Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you are interested in dog shows, showing your dog, or adding a show dog to your family, this is the place for you. I am a show dog owner. I am not a breeder or a handler, and I will be sharing what I've learned in the show dog world with you. So be sure to like and subscribe for more videos. So today we're going to learn how to go to your first dog show. So it's pretty easy. We're going to go to the website called infodog.com, and we are going to go to show info, and let's search by state. Let's say we are in the state of Texas, and here we see a resource that shows you all of the shows being held in Texas. So when I say show, quote unquote show, a dog show is usually a group of kennel clubs coming together over a week or a long weekend. They are individual clubs. Each one gets a different day, and they come together to rent a venue, and they're put on by management companies usually. So let's say we live near Glen Rose, Texas, or we are willing to travel there. You can see there's bunches of different events going on, but what we are going to be looking for is the abbreviation AB. You can click on this and you can see what all these mean, but for now, AB means all breed. So that's just your typical dog show that has all of the breeds. So we can see that the show is Friday, January 3rd. It's closed to new entries. The past entry category sometimes will have a PDF that tells you who was at the show last year. The judging panel will list the judges. The premium list is very handy because it tells you where the show is. It gives you directions. It tells you sometimes who the vendors are, what the parking is. Parking is usually like $10, and it's usually cash. So we can see here that it's at the Somerville County Expo Center in Glen Rose, Texas, and it's outdoors on the grass. So that's something you want to find out too. Is it inside? Is it outside? You may want to Google the venue if you have mobility issues, because you want to see how you can get in and out. So the fact that this show is outdoors most likely means that you will need to bring your own folding chair. A lot of times the indoor shows are also require you to bring your own chair if you want to sit. But not always. Some of the bigger ones will have chairs around the ring. You can Google the name of the show, and it'll show you pictures of the venue, and you can see, like, are people sitting in their own chairs, or are chairs provided, that kind of thing. What we want to do is, and just to let you know, the premium list comes out as soon as the show is open to new entries. So you can kind of plan your way and say, you can do this like a month in advance and say, I want to go to this show in Glen Rose, Texas. But you won't know what the ring times are until about 1 to 2 weeks before the actual event. That's when this category judging program comes up here with their judging program. So this is going to tell us the ring times for the different breeds. So now we want to find a particular breed that we want to see at the dog show. Maybe it's our favorite breed. So what we're going to do is go into the judging program, which again doesn't come out until a week or so before the actual show. And we can see that this is done alphabetically, which is nice. Sometimes they're done by group. So these are the breeds. This is Friday here, Saturday, and Sunday, and the ring number and the ring time. So let's say that we want to see Dalmatians, okay? So we can see here that the Dalmatians are in ring 4 at 8 a.m. on the Friday. So now let's take a look at what's happening in ring 4 for our Dalmatians. So you're going to scroll down to the actual ring listings, and we're going to go to ring 4, and we see it here. But just double check, make sure you didn't scroll too far, and make sure that you're on the same day. So we need Friday, so we're good. So here we have the judge, and this is the number of dogs he will be judging in ring 4. And look what's happening here. We have at 8 o'clock, we have 3 different breeds. We have a Dalmatian sandwich, basically. So what this means to you is that the Dalmatians will not show at exactly 8 a.m. There are 12 Shar-Peis ahead of the Dalmatians. So my advice to you is to get there. I would still get there at 8, but they won't show at exactly 8. Might be 8:20. Maybe even a little later, a little sooner possibly if all of these dogs don't show up. Sometimes that happens. So now let's take a closer look at our Dalmatians. And we see here this is a number 10. That's the total number. And we see a 3-1 and 2-4. So what this is, the 3 and the 1 is what they consider class dogs. So this is a group of dogs who have not yet earned their championship. They could be puppies. They could be dogs that are just have not, for whatever reason, gotten the points they needed to be in the best of breed. So the 2-4 is the best of breed. So what that means is that there are 2 males and 4 females in the best of breed, and there are 3 males and 1 female in the class dog section. So what they will do is they'll bring out the class dogs first. They'll compete. One of them will be considered the winner's dog, which I will cover in another video. And the winner's dog will go on to compete with these best of breed Dalmatians. So let's say that you want to follow this through and see if your Dalmatian wins the grand prize, right? So what will happen is the Dalmatian that has won best of breed from this group of dogs will then go on to compete in their group. So their group will be shown. You'll go to the end of the ring times, and it will tell you we're looking for the regular variety groups, and it's the groups are at 3 p.m. So you find the group for the Dalmatian. If you don't know it, you can go on akc.org and look it up, but I happen to know that Dalmatians are in the non-sporting group. So 3 p.m. Non-sporting group, and this is the judge for that group. And here at the bottom, let's say your Dalmatian wins their group, they would then go on to compete in Best in Show, and it's listed here at the bottom. And this is the judge. And what I would do is, if you want to stay till the end and see the whole thing, you can ask the superintendent, go to the superintendent desk at the show, or ask a ring steward when they think that the Best in Show will go off. Because what will happen is it's not going to be at 3 o'clock, obviously, because all of these dogs need to be judged first, and then you'll have Best in Show. So that's it, guys. One thing I forgot to mention is that some shows charge an entry fee. It's usually not more than $10. And it can be a little confusing as to where you're supposed to enter the dog show. My advice to you is just, if you see an open door, just walk through it. Don't ask anyone, just walk through. And if you're supposed to pay, somebody will say, oh, you need to pay over at the desk. But it's usually not the case. Another piece of advice is, I wouldn't, especially on your first trip to the dog show, do not bring your personal dog. As tempting as it might be, even if your dog is a good dog and would do well with all of the other dogs, that's not really the reason. The reason is that these handlers are being paid by people to show their dogs, and it's their job to keep the dogs safe and keep them healthy, and they really don't want to see dogs there that do not belong at the show because it's just an additional risk that they don't need. So you may get some dirty looks if you bring your own dog, especially if you bring them with like a harness or collar. Yeah, they don't like that. I'd be very interested to find out what your experience was. Please do comment and share. Let us all know how you made out. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for future videos. Thanks for watching.